Hello, my dear friends. How are you today? I hope you are smiling, relaxed, and ready to learn something truly valuable. Today, we will explore 10 powerful English phrases that you can use every single day in real conversations. These are not long or difficult sentences. In fact, they are simple. But simple does not mean unimportant. These phrases are the heart of daily communication. When you use them correctly, you sound natural, polite, and confident, just like a native speaker. Let's dive in together. 1. Do you mind if I... This phrase is one of the most polite ways to ask for permission. Instead of saying directly, "Can I?" which may sometimes sound too strong or direct, you soften your request by using, "Do you mind if I?" For example, you might say, "Do you mind if I sit here?" "Do you mind if I borrow your pen?" Or, "Do you mind if I open the window?" Learners often make mistakes when answering this question. If someone asks you, "Do you mind if I sit here?" the polite answers are, "No, not at all," or "Sure, go ahead." But many learners mistakenly say yes to mean permission, which actually suggests you do mind and don't allow it. Remember, "Do you mind if I?" is a phrase that shows respect for the other person's comfort, and mastering it will make your English sound warm and considerate. 2. I'd like... This is a gentle and polite alternative to "I want." It is perfect when you are making a request in a shop, at a restaurant, or in any formal situation. For example, you can say, "I'd like a cup of coffee, please," or "I'd like to ask a question," or "I'd like some information about the course." Many learners confuse "I'd like" with "I like." Remember the difference. "I like coffee" means you enjoy it in general, but "I'd like coffee" means you want it at that moment. This phrase is important because it shows good manners and helps you interact politely, especially when dealing with service staff or strangers. If you use it often, people will find you not only clear, but also kind in your communication. 3. I'm looking forward to... This phrase expresses excitement or positive expectation about something in the future. It is commonly used both in everyday conversations and in professional emails. For example, "I'm looking forward to meeting you." "I'm looking forward to the weekend." Or, "I'm looking forward to your reply." Learners often make mistakes with the grammar, such as saying, "I look forward for," or forgetting that ing must follow the phrase. The correct form is always, "I'm looking forward to" plus ing noun. For instance, "I'm looking forward to traveling," or "I'm looking forward to the party." This phrase is powerful because it spreads positivity and makes others feel appreciated. When you use it, you communicate not just excitement, but also a kind, hopeful attitude. 4. It doesn't matter. This is a simple yet very useful phrase for showing that something is not a problem. If someone apologizes for a small mistake, you can answer kindly with, "It doesn't matter." For example, "Sorry, I lost the pen. It doesn't matter." Or, "I came 5 minutes late. It doesn't matter." Even in small choices, you can say, "Do you want tea or coffee? It doesn't matter. Anything is fine." A common mistake learners make is shortening it unnaturally to "no matter," which sounds incomplete. Always use the full phrase, "It doesn't matter." This expression is important because it shows patience, kindness, and forgiveness in daily communication. People feel more relaxed when you use it because it removes unnecessary tension. 5. That depends. This phrase is useful when your answer is not simple. It changes based on the situation. For example, "Will you join the party?" That depends. "If I finish my work, I'll come." Or, "Do you like working from home?" That depends on the day. Another example is it easy to learn English?" That depends on how much you practice. Learners often make the mistake of just saying "depends" alone, which can sound too short or careless. The natural and polite form is "that depends." This phrase matters because it shows flexible thinking and gives more natural answers than just saying yes or no. It helps you sound thoughtful and realistic. 6. You never know. This is a wonderful phrase to express that life is full of surprises and unexpected possibilities. It is often used in light, friendly conversations. For instance, "Do you think we'll win the game? You never know." Or, "Maybe I'll meet a celebrity today." "Well, you never know." Another example, "It might rain later." You never know. Many learners mistakenly say, "You don't know," which sounds accusatory and has a completely different meaning. You never know means anything can happen, even when it seems unlikely. Using this phrase adds a natural and friendly touch to your speech, and it makes conversations more engaging. 7. It's up to you. This is the perfect phrase to use when you want to leave the decision to another person. For example, "Where should we eat?" It's up to you. Or, "Do you want to watch a movie or play games?" It's up to you. Another case, "Should we leave now or later?" It's up to you. Be careful. Many learners confuse this with "it's on you," which actually means responsibility for paying. "It's up to you" is not about money, but about choice. This phrase is important because it makes you sound cooperative, flexible, and respectful of other people's opinions. It's a great way to avoid sounding bossy or controlling in conversations. 8. That's a good question. This phrase is especially useful when you don't have an immediate answer, or when you want to respect the person who asked. Instead of staying silent or panicking, you can smoothly say, "That's a good question." For example, "Why is the sky blue?" That's a good question. Let me think. Or, "How will this problem be solved?" That's a good question. I'll check. Another case. Why did you choose this job? That's a good question. I like helping people. Learners often get nervous and say nothing at all, but this phrase gives you a moment to think and makes you sound confident. It also shows that you value the other person's curiosity and intelligence. 9. I couldn't agree more. This is a strong and emphatic way to say that you completely agree with someone. For example, English practice every day is important. I couldn't agree more. Or, traveling teaches us so much. I couldn't agree more. Another case. Honesty is the best policy. I couldn't agree more. Learners sometimes mistakenly say, I couldn't agree, which actually suggests disagreement. The complete phrase must always be, I couldn't agree more. This expression is important because it strengthens your agreement and makes you sound enthusiastic, positive, and supportive in conversations. 10. By the way. This is a very common and natural phrase used to smoothly introduce a new topic or add extra information during a conversation. For example, by the way, have you finished your homework? Or, by the way, I saw your brother yesterday. Another example. By the way, do you know about the meeting? A frequent mistake is when learners confuse it with on the way, which means something completely different, while traveling. Remember, by the way is for changing the subject or adding something new. This phrase is important because it keeps your conversations flowing naturally, just like native speakers. My dear learners, these 10 new phrases are everyday treasures. They are not complicated, but they carry warmth, politeness, and natural flow. Whether you're asking permission with, do you mind if I? Showing positivity with, I'm looking forward to, or smoothly changing the subject with, by the way, each phrase makes your English more graceful and confident. Use them daily, practice them in real conversations, and soon they will become a natural part of your speech.